Welcome to Shiksharthi, and today's our topic is numbers and letter series under reasoning. Now, while practicing this topic, you need to know some types of numbers. Like here you can see whole numbers, natural numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers. You need to know these numbers carefully. As we all know, there is a number system. A number system from plus infinity to minus infinity, somewhere in the middle it is 0. If you are taking the numbers like this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, starting from 0, all these numbers, which we also call it as non-negative integers. Less than 0, we call it as negative integers. I am talking about non-negative integers. So you can see the numbers here 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to infinity are called as whole numbers. Second would be natural numbers. What are natural numbers? In the same number line from minus infinity to plus infinity, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. You can see the numbers starting from 1, all the integers which are starting from 1. That means 0 is not included in this. So I am calling it as positive integers. So what is the major difference between whole numbers and natural numbers? Whole numbers start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. And subset of whole numbers is natural numbers which starts from 1. So 1, 2, 3, so on up to infinity are called natural numbers. Next one is prime numbers. What are prime numbers, my friends? The numbers which have exactly 2 factors. So I should know what is exactly prime number is. Like this number 2, 3, 5, 7 and all are prime numbers. 2 have only 1 and 2 as factors. 3 have only 1 and 3 as factors. 5 has only 1 and 5 as factors and so on. So you can say the numbers which have 1 and the same number as a factor, 1 and itself as factors, they are called prime numbers. So if you can remember prime numbers up to 100, it will be always good. I'll give you a list of prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 and then 23, 29, 31, 37, then 41, 43, 47 are the prime numbers up to 50. And followed by there are other prime numbers like 53, 59, 61, 67, you can say 67 here, and then 71, 73, then next followed by is 79, 83, 89 and 97 are prime numbers. So if you can remember all these prime numbers, it will definitely help you while practicing this topic for you. Next is composite numbers. Now normally people will have a confusion. They'll say all the numbers which are missing here are composite numbers. Like here we are missing with 4, here we are missing with 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. All the missing numbers which are not prime are called prime numbers. But be careful when I am saying composite numbers, friends. The definition is the numbers which have more than 2 factors is called composite numbers. Like what are factors of 4? It will be 1, 2 and 4. These are the 3 factors, more than 2 factors. Similarly, when I take 6, you have 1, 2, 3, 6 are the factors for 6. So numbers which have more than 2 factors are called composite numbers. Here the definition is the numbers which have exactly 2 factors. Here we have more than 2 factors is called composite. Now if you observe the sequence, when I am writing a sequence here 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12 and so on, I am not including 1 as a composite number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. So be careful. When I say non-prime and composite, there is a difference. When I say non-prime, then 1 is included in the series. Same series which will start from 1 is called non-prime. But here 1 is not included, so they are exclusively composite numbers. Now when we are learning about non-prime numbers, this includes all the prime numbers, non-prime numbers here, which are composite, which we are saying. 4, 6, 8 are all composite numbers along with an additional number 1. So there is a difference between when I say composite numbers and non-prime numbers. Composite numbers will not have 1 because 1 have only one factor, whereas non-prime, when I say all the list of numbers which are not prime numbers like 1, 4, 6, 8, 9 are all non-prime numbers. So there is a slight difference between non-prime and composite. So be careful with that. Now coming to even numbers, you can see even numbers can be -6, -4, -2. These are called negative even numbers. Negative even numbers. And here these are called positive even numbers. So what is a general form of an even number? Anything in the form of 2k are called even numbers, which are likely we can see in 2 table. But we should also consider that there are negative even numbers. That is very important. Next one is odd numbers. Again, these can be negative. So negative odd numbers, positive odd numbers. Here negative odd and these are positive odd numbers, we can say. We can clearly see that. Next, what else we need to practice for numbers and letter series? We need to practice squares. 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, like that. Up to 30 squares, if you remember, it's always good. The way I should remember, see why we need to practice this again and again, why we need to practice. When I hear some number, if I can relate that number or if I can say what all the things possible with that number, then I can definitely do much better practice. Like for example, if I say 64, if someone looking at 64 can immediately say that 64 is nothing but 8 square or can be taken as 4 to the power of 3 or it can be taken as 8 into 8 or square root of 64 can be 8, cube root of 64 can be 4. Like that, if I can able to say something about 64, if I can recollect when I see that number 64 in multiple ways, if I can present it or if I can think about 64 in multiple ways, automatically my practice is very good and my thinking will be faster on 64. So I'm not saying every number you need to practice like that. There are only few numbers which are useful in life. So you just need to practice those numbers, and if you can write anything about that number, then your practice is optimum. I mean the very good practice. Okay, so make sure that you remember this. All of a sudden when I see 49, I should say 7 square at least. Square root of 49 is 7. These two things at least I should be able to say. So this is the way to remember these numbers. So only few numbers are important, not all the numbers. I'm not asking any time to read about some numbers like 23, hardly useful in life, 73, hardly useful in life. But I definitely want you to practice for 64. I definitely want you to practice for 25. I'll definitely want you to practice about 36. So there are few numbers which are important. Those numbers you should be good at. So when you practice these things regularly, you'll be good at those numbers and you can do some good mathematics, good logical reasoning, and wherever the numbers are useful for you. Okay. Similarly, you need to also practice cubes, friends. Cubes like 1 cube, 2 cube. So we have a series like 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, and so on we have. 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125, and so on. So I should be simultaneously also practice cube roots of the numbers. Like cube root of 1 is 1, cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of 27 is 3, cube root of 64 is 4, cube root of 125 is 5, and so on. Similarly here square roots. Like these numbers are 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square numbers are given over here. You need to practice till 30 square. Here you need to practice up to 15 cube. Squares, square roots. Cubes, cube roots, you should always practice. So for numbers and letter series, I make one table. That table you need to practice. Whenever you see any number, you should be able to say something about that number. Then automatically you are good practice with numbers and letter series. Okay. So for additional practice, you practice this table, please, all of you. Here I am taking x square, x cube, x square plus 1, matlab perfect square plus 1, perfect square minus 1, perfect cube plus 1, perfect cube minus 1, x to the power of x. I'll explain this, and the way I want you to practice this also I'll tell you. What is x square mean? Suppose if you consider 1 square is 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 6 square 36. Like that we have perfect squares. So x square is nothing but perfect squares here in this case. The next one is x cubes, perfect cubes. 1 cube, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125 and so on like that cubes. Then perfect square plus 1. Imagine 1 square plus 1 is 2. So this is like 1 square plus 1. This is like 2 square plus 1. So what is 2 square friends? 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Similarly here 3 square, 9 plus 1, 10. Then 4 square plus 1, 16 plus 1, 17 and so on. So all these numbers in this row are perfect square plus 1 kind of a number. So when I say 26, I should immediately say 26 is 13 into 2, that is 1, and the second one is perfect square plus 1, 25 plus 1, 5 square plus 1 if I can recognize. Similarly, there are certain numbers. There are multiple ways I can show you. Like for example, if I am looking at the number 72 in that case. So when I say 72 anywhere, this number is 8 square plus 8 kind of a number. That number is 8 square plus 8 kind of a number. Or else you can also say 72 as 9 cube minus 9 kind of a number. What is 9 cube? 9 cube minus 9. If you see, there is 9 square minus 1. I'm sorry, 9 square minus 9 kind of a number. 9 square is 81. 81 minus 9 is 72. So when I say 72, if you recall these two, your practice is better. Your practice is good. Okay, you are ready for doing anything. Like you can see, 30 has multiple ways of projecting. This is 5 square plus 5. 5 square plus 5 is 30. Or else you can take this as 27 plus 3, I mean 3 cube plus 3 kind of a number. So when I look at it 30 as a number, immediately if I can recall either this or this, automatically my practice is very good. So I am not saying to practice this table, I am saying when you see any number, for example if I say 64 here, it's 4 cube plus 1 kind of a number, 65, immediately I should recall that. 215 for example, it is like 216 minus 1, 6 cube minus 1 kind of a number. So if I can able to say like that, then it is easy. So for the practice, what I did, I gave you a table which you need to practice on a regular basis. Importance, when you think that your table is perfect, when you see any number, you should be able to say something on that number. For example, 343 is nothing but 7 cube. When I see this 56, it is nothing but 7 square plus 7 kind of a number. 7 square plus 7 kind of a number. Or these all numbers, if you see these all numbers, this row, all these numbers is product of two consecutive numbers. 1 into 2, this is 2 into 3, this is 3 into 4, this is 4 into 5, this is 5 into 6, this is 6 into 7, this is 7 into 8, this is 8 into 9 like that. So every number in that row is a product of two consecutive numbers. So that way also it is useful. So you just you should make use of that table so that whenever you see any number, you should be able to say something or the other about that particular number. Okay, so keep practicing this table, all of you. Now let us see what type of questions can come and also how the logics are developed here. So to understand the logic, what should be my basic thinking? What is my start? A thinking start should be so that I can do successfully this topic. Okay. So the first thing is the series can be based on, the logic can be based on difference between the terms. Difference between the terms. Second one, the logic can be based on product of some constant value or increasing, decreasing order values. That can be the one. Squares, cube series. Like if I share 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, what is the next one? Like here 1 is 1 square, 2 is 2 square, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 25 is 5 square. So definitely my next one would be how much? 36. So that is one case. Okay. So similarly series of squares I gave. Series of cubes can be given. Series of alternate numbers like even number squares, odd number squares can be given. So like that the series will be developed. So when I recognize the numbers, then only see, when I look at these numbers, I should be able to say that they are perfect squares. Therefore, the next perfect square possible is 36. In that way, if I can say, then the practice is going good. Okay. So next one, all of you. Alternate series. I'll show you these examples, all these examples in my connecting videos or my next videos. Please understand what is alternate series here. For example, if I write 2, 4, 6, 8 here and 5, 7, 9, what is my next number? So if you look at this alternate concept here, See the alternate numbers, they are even numbers, and these alternate numbers are odd numbers. So followed by, now after even number, the next number have to be how much? 11. So that is how it works. So 5, 7, 9, 11. So my alternate numbers. So I am not going see in the previous case 1, then followed by 4, then followed by 9, then followed by 16, then followed by 25. They were all in sequence. One term, next term, next term, next term. Every term is related to the previous term. Whereas here, every term is related to the alternate number here. Okay, so we'll do practice on these things. Okay. Next one, number and letter combination series. Numbers and letter combination series means 13 and 13th, 11th in the alphabet is M. If I take it like this, so I'm using letters, I'm using digits also. So in that type of questions, how do we handle such questions? And I'm also trying to explain some varieties of questions so that everyone can take a positive note of it and get some logical ideas on it. And the last one is binomial series. Binomial series, we all know computer uses binomial language. Like how do we convert a number? For example, if I have a 13, divide by 2, 6 times remainder 1, again divide by 2, 3 times remainder 0, because 6 is exactly divisible. Then again by 2, 3 is not exactly divisible, 1 time 2, remainder 1. So if I write these numbers in reverse order, 13 in binomial code is 1101. 1101 is the binomial code of 13. So we know we use this decimal format. Binomial format of the same value 13 is 1101, which computer uses. Okay, so this conversion is also useful for us. I'll take one more number here immediately for the reference. Say 21. Divide by 2, it is 10 times 20, remainder is 1. Again by 2, 5 times remainder 0. Again by 2, 2 times remainder 1. Again by 2, 1 time remainder 0. So 21 can be taken as 10101. This is the code. How do we convert back to binary to decimal? For the idea, 1101, I'll take it like this, 2 power 0. This code you see, please all of you, 1101. Start from 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. 1 into 2 power 3, 8. 1 into 2 square, 4. 0 into anything is 0. 1 into 2 power 1 is 1. Sum of all these numbers will be 13. So that is how we can convert from decimal to binary, binary to decimal. A small idea for doing problems on binary series. Let me quickly do this. 10101. This is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. 2 power 4 into 1, you get 16. Next one. Here it is 0, so leave the zeros. 1 into 2 square is 4. Again this is 0, leave it. 1 into 1 is 1 and the total value is 21. So how do we convert into binary to decimal, decimal to binary? You can get an idea from all these things, all of you. Okay, so let's now do some examples. Now let's start with the difference series. What is my difference series? I see this logic into two parts actually. Some series which have constant difference. For example, you take this here, the difference is 3, the difference is 3, the difference is 3, the difference is 3. So all three of them have same difference. So I can call it as same difference series. So you can see clearly the difference is 3. I am calling it as difference. You know, the larger value minus smaller value, or my second term minus first term, third term minus second term, all that comes under that. Now plus 3 if I do, this have to be how much then? 28. So very simple. Next one, here the difference is how much? 6. Here the difference is 6. Here the difference is 6. Here the difference is 6. So plus 6 will be a 59. Now if you observe, here the series are increasing. So you can understand the series can be an increasing series or decreasing series, but the difference remains constant. Here you see the difference is how much? 5. The difference is 5. The difference is 5. The difference is 5. So you can see this is a decreasing series, but with a constant difference. So 5, 5, 5 is getting subtracted every time to get the new term. So again 12 minus 5 will be how much in that case? 7. So that's my answer here. So differences is what I need to take. Now here the second type which I take it here is increasing or decreasing order. Okay. So what is an increasing order, decreasing order? Look at it, this all of you. This one have plus 1 concept here. This one has plus 2. This one has plus 3. This one has plus 4. So what is happening? It's not like previous case. You see all the time it is plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, which I am not doing this time. I am doing plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. So it's an increasing or decreasing series difference. So series can increase by like 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And again, you are increasing by what? Natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 are natural numbers. So my next natural number will be plus 5, and 21 plus 5 would be 26. That's my answer. So this is how the things will work for you. Okay. Next example, if you see, here the difference seems to be how much? Plus 2. Here the difference seems to be plus 3. Here the difference seems to be 5. Correct? Plus 5, and here the difference seems to be 7. And what is this? What are these numbers? If you remember, they are prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7 are prime numbers. So every time I'm not going to increase by natural numbers. Every time I'm not going to increase by whole numbers. I may increase by even numbers. I may increase by odd numbers. I may increase by prime numbers. You'll see some varieties here. So what is my next variety, friends? Plus 11. 11 I need to add, and my number here will be 40. So here I am increasing it by prime numbers. So while maintaining notes, make sure that you are writing some comment so that you can remember what type of series we are finding here. So this one, if you see, plus 4 here, friends, plus 6 here, and the next one is plus 8 increasing, and the next one is increasing by how much in that case? So you can say 4, 6, 8, but the next one is increasing by 9 all of a sudden. Now you thought, like initially everyone might have thought 4, 6, 8, this have to be 10, but this is not 10. So what are these numbers? These numbers are composite numbers. It is increasing by composite numbers. These are all composite numbers. 4 is a composite number. 6, 8, 9 is a composite number. So what is my next composite number, friends? It have to be 10. So this have to be 58. So they are composite numbers. These were prime numbers. So why the number recognition was important? Why the initial definitions were important? All because of this. All of a sudden will be given some kind of so basically here it is decreasing by 4. This is decreasing by 4. This is also decreasing by 4. This is also decreasing by 4. So once if I decrease by 4 here, this will be something like how much? 22 minus 4 is how much? 18. So you get an 18 over here. So it is decreasing by constant. Next one here, it is increasing by 1, it is increasing by 4, this is increasing by 29 here, and the next one it is increasing by 16. What are these numbers? If you recognize, they are perfect squares. Am I right? Perfect squares. And if you observe what I said, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So if I recognize them, I'll be fast. Next, I should add 25. So which makes it as 75 here. 75 is the number. Next one, all of you. Here the decrease is 125, and the next one there is a decrease of 64, and the next one there is a decrease of nearly about 27 here, and the next one there is a decrease of 8. So what is it? These are perfect cubes. 5 cube, 4 cube, 3 cube, 2 cube. So next one have to be minus 1. 1 cube, minus 1. So the next answer, the next term is 500 in that case. Well, 10, next, see 10, the difference is how much? 6. Here the difference is how much? 12. The next difference is how much? Something like 20 as a difference, and the next one 30 as a difference. Now you see, you cannot judge these numbers 6, 12, 20, 30. What is my next number? What I say here, see 6, 12, 20, 30. This one is 2 into 3. This one is 3 into 4. This one is 4 into 5. And this one is 6 into 7. So please observe what is that you understood here. Product of two consecutive numbers is taken over here. So what will be my next one? 7 into 8 is what I am expecting, which is 56. 7 8s are 56. So I need to add 56 to this number in that case. Okay, so if I am adding 56 to this, how much it will be? 120, 134. So this is going to be 134. So in my next video, I'll share more of the examples. Now we just started with difference. Difference are of two types: constant increase or increase decrease series. So this is an example of increase series decreases. Okay, so keep practicing all these things. In the next video, I'll show you the other things like product series, binomial series, alternate series. All such things we'll discuss in my next video. Till then, take care.